When it comes to the world of mobility and being a people carrier, there aren't a lot of cars that will catch your eye as much as this, the Hyundai Staria at the Bharat Mobility Expo 2025. What is it all about and what is this huge car meant for? Let's take a look. Let's start off with the design, and perhaps the only small thing is the front overhang over here, because otherwise this is a properly massive car. To give you an idea, this is over 5.2 meters long, almost 2 meters tall, almost 2 meters wide. The amount of space that this car occupies is absolutely massive, and it has fantastic presence over here as well. Let's take a closer look at the design elements. What I really like is this lighting signature over here, which sits on top of this really intricately designed grille that you see under that lighting element. The headlamp units are positioned over here in this section. What's under the hood is a 3.5 liter V6 engine that makes about 270 horsepower and 330 Newton meters of torque. So it's a proper old school combustion engine powered car. Now let's take a look from the sides. Now coming to the side, what you see is this massive glass area over here, and of course, being the big car that it is, it has electronically sliding doors. Without wasting any time, I'm going to get inside and sit here in the middle row of seats. Now, to be honest, this is my first time sitting in the Staria. I've got this nice drop-down armrest on both sides, and the amount of space on offer is frankly ridiculous. This is massive. This could be a first-class lounge for all that matters. I can't even stretch my legs out all the way. That's just how big this car is. Of course, you get a two-part sunroof over here to let in all the lights, and all of these seats come with heated and ventilation features as well, and of course electronically adjustable modes, which you can do that through these buttons. Everything that you see here can be adjusted electronically, and you have this nice lever over here as well to slide the seat front and back. And if I push it back all the way, you can see how much space I have on offer. For reference, I'm 5'11". That's just massive. But if I take a reasonable amount of space and try to go into the back seat, doing that is not that much of a problem. You see, being almost 2 meters wide, you have a lot of space in the middle to come to the back. And once you're over here, as you can see, the gentleman who was sitting here has decided to recline the seat and get really comfortable. And even in that position, I have lots of knee room on offer. I can sit here comfortably for my highway journeys for hours at end. And what's also really nice is the amount of comfort that these seats offer. You get 3 headrests at the back, so you can actually have 3 people sit abreast over here, although it'll be a little bit of a squeeze. Other things to note is that I do get USB ports at the back here as well, and there's really nice blind too. All in all, when it comes to being a people mover, there's nothing quite like the Hyundai Staria. Coming to the front seat of the Hyundai Staria, well, getting in, you have to step in. That's a bit of an SUV-like element in a multi-purpose vehicle like this. So if I step in and sit down over here, well, I feel like hauling people and stuff and helping people move. This is incredibly utilitarian, but at the same time does not feel like it will be compromising on the premiumness of the cabin. The other thing to note is that you get your infotainment system placed over here, but it's not a single panel like in other modern Hyundai cars, because the instrument cluster is placed all the way back over here. That's the amount of space you have over here available at your disposal. Again, a very large glass panel over here, which lets in a lot of this sense of airiness. But overall, I'm really liking this. I have a lot of compartment spaces over here. But what's also really interesting is this particular panel. This is where you select your drivetrain options, like if you want to go into drive, in reverse or in neutral, and you have a dedicated park button as well. There's no conventional gear lever over here. All in all, it's a truly unique experience, really airy, and I really enjoy being here. Last but not the least, this is the rear profile of the Nissan Staria. As you can see just how tall this car is. Again, a lot of glass over there, and I really like these vertically mounted tail light signature at the back. Of course, you've got this nice 3.5 badge, because once again, as I mentioned earlier, it's got a 3.5 liter V6 under the hood. If I try opening the boot lid, It's like a garage door that's opening. Well, you can see even with the last row of seats up, I have enough space to keep my knickknacks. Of course, the boot lid is electronically operational. So to sum it all up, if you're coming to Bharat Mobility Expo 2025, the Hyundai Staria is a car that you definitely have to check out, because whatever idea of the presence that you've got through this video, when you see it in person, it's even more impressive.